Mr. Cole Hamilton. Hi there, it's David Valentine again for the Guerrilla TV channel.
For who, sorry?
The Guerrilla TV channel.
Oh, Guerrilla TV. Who's Guerrilla TV?
Well, I'm a libertarian liberal.
Okay.
So, but I'm not quite a liberal Democrat.
Okay.
I was nearly joining. I was going to join the Liberal Party, but unfortunately they've got a sort of inclination for Europe. Can you tell us what's the thoughts in the conference for stopping reform? What's the
So I mean, that's not really come up. I mean, we've been talking a lot about why people feel disaffected by politics, and that's because decisions taken by this government and the government down the road don't work for them.
Yeah.
That more and more, I think people don't have contact with their elected representatives, so they see them as being in an ivory tower, and that pushes them away.
Yeah.
I made it very clear that I was a bit concerned about the attendant coverage about this conference that kind of wanted to lock out any section of politics. I think if you're a legitimately constituted legal political party and you can win elections, you have a right to take your seat and have your say.
And what did the other four parties think about that?
Well, we've not been around the houses on that yet, but it's certainly something that I think we'll discuss a bit more in the second session to come.
As a liberal, I mean, would you describe yourself as a libertarian liberal?
I have libertarian aspects. I don't think the government should meddle in people's lives.
Or free speech?
I believe in free speech, 100%, absolutely. But with some limitations. For example, we have laws against incitement to racial hatred, and I was one of the first advocates for buffer zones around abortion clinics, and that's because anyone can protest about abortion, but where you do it matters. No woman should have to cross a picket line to access medical care.
I used to live in the Middle East, and I was in jail. I went to jail over there. I was attacked by a taxi driver.
Oh, wow.
I was held for 2 years. I was allowed to starve on the streets over there. When I went to the British government, they didn't give me any humanitarian relief.
Goodness.
My dad died. I couldn't come home for my dad's funeral. I went to see Joanna Cherry. She said I don't have a case. Yet we're rewarding a terrorist who was held in Guantanamo Bay. And he was funded even though that was outside our jurisdiction. So I don't know why my human rights were able to be abused and the other person wasn't, but that's not where I'm going with this. When I was in the prison in Dubai, I was given a Quran, and I read the Quran, and it says on multiple occasions in the Quran to kill unbelievers. Unbelievers, it does 100%. I know for a fact.
But Islam is a religion that abhors violence.
No, it doesn't.
And the Quran also says that to kill one innocent.
Yeah, but if you read on to that, further on to that, there were 70. Hold on, let me. But because it's relative to what you were saying about hate. And there were 70 Christian Congolese, if Black Lives Matter, there were 70 Christian Congolese, Protestant Congolese murdered in the Congo. And I believe Black Lives do actually, literally, Black Lives Matter, not the communist aspect of it, but Black Lives do actually matter. You don't think there's any motivation in the Quran that advocates violence and sexual assault?
No, I don't think Islam, and if you consider Pope Francis died yesterday, he said that if we to talk about Islamic violence, we need to talk about Catholic violence. There's violence attached to every religion. The Quran states quite clearly that to kill one innocent is to kill all of humanity.
Yeah.
Forgive me, I've got to go.
That's fine. That's fine. Thanks very much. So I think that's one of the differences that we're going to have is that we're getting hit with this one verse from the Quran, when I know for a fact that it says in multiple verses to kill non-believers. And when they mean non-believers, I was thinking as an atheist that they actually meant atheists. But it's not non-believers, it's non-believers in Islam. It's like kill Jews, kill other Muslims, but kill Christians and kill Jews, Hindus, Buddhists. It's anybody who doesn't believe that's the problem. Oof.